So, no, I wouldn't say I have a passion for HR.
Welcome back to Human Resources for the People. It's a human capital revolution. Today we're going to be talking about the newest contract for the Teamsters with UPS. They may be slated to make $170,000 in pay and benefits under the new contract. Let's get into this article from Jordan Gartner. It was posted today, and it is from Gray News. UPS had to provide its investors with a outline of the tentative labor contract and what it looked like it would cost for the company. And Carol Tomei said, well, it's about 170,000 in pay and benefits under the new contract. And that is what we call in human resources the total compensation, which is everything out the door, including the cost that the employer might have to pay in the future with respect to medical benefits and costing that out. So it's a little bit misleading to say it's 170,000 raw. It won't be anywhere close to that once it hits the person's bank account, but it seems to be a pretty strong jump up, and I believe, if I recall correctly, it's kind of front loaded. So they will be experiencing these pay and benefits early on, and then it'll actually taper off a little bit and just slowly increase later on. One of the big wins, it seems like, is that part-time union employees will be getting $25.75 an hour and full healthcare and pension benefits. I think that's a big one. That will probably drive down the utilization of part-time employees, if I had to guess, and in favor of the full-time employees. And that, again, benefits the Teamsters, I think, heavily. The CEO, Carol Tomei, seems to continue her marketing blitz on this, which is perfectly normal for a CEO. She calls it win-win-win. Like Michael Scott. I think that this is sort of a marketing spin to save face. In my previous video, I was a little bit skeptical, but if these numbers are true, this seems to be a fairly big win for the union, as far as I can tell. They started voting on the contract last week, and it's going to go through August 22nd. So if you're voting on this contract, if you're a Teamsters and you're watching this, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Are you going to vote for this? Is this one going to go through? What are you hearing on the ground? Are people actually responding to it as well? The concern for UPS is that package volume has started declining and that average daily package volume fell 10%. They thought that the company thought that one of the reasons for that decline was the negotiations, and that as union negotiations impacted the package volume, the deeper those negotiation talks went. But 10% drop in average daily package volume seems pretty significant, and it seems unlikely that negotiations affected it that much. So it's pretty interesting, the sales that Tomei has been doing. She says that she expected negotiations to be late and loud as they were, and that more people were going to send packages elsewhere as a result. And as a result, they allegedly did. I don't think that's quite accurate. I don't think people sent packages elsewhere because of the negotiations. I think that was, frankly, mostly down to the overall decline in the package in the shipping volume market. So 170,000, I mean, this is a fairly well-trained workforce, so paying them quite a bit is a lot. Selling it because they, quote unquote, care for their employees is a little bit tough for me. I think that's part of the marketing, that they care for employees, and as a result, they're paying for them. I think, honestly, the Teamsters had a pretty strong position, and they were willing to go forward on it. And frankly, UPS didn't have any choice but to potentially back down. Like I said, my position on this has kind of developed quite a bit, and has been a little bit changed from my perspective. But what do you think about this? Is this a good deal for UPS? Is this a good deal for Teamsters? Is it a win for the Teamsters? Or is it ultimately a wash? Let me know what you think about the new contract, if you have any perspectives on the contract itself and how you're going to be voting in the comments down below. And like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye, guys.